This is Two Views Wrestling. Let's get into it.
Give me a hell yeah. What?
If we can change one thing from John Cena's final year, just one, and let's keep it simple, not trying to butterfly effect the whole WWE 2025 season, but John Cena's career has been laid down for a 3-second 10, even though in his final match he went out tapping. Terrible. Everyone boo this man, Triple H. Boo. Me and my partner, the historian, are about to discuss the one match we would have changed on John Cena's final year. Loved it or hated it, we all have one match that we wish Cena would have had with someone else instead of who he had that match with. Like, did we really need two R-Truth matches? Another Randy Orton match? Two Dirty Dom matches? I'm going to tag my partner in now. What's the match that you would switch?
You actually mentioned it, the one I would switch. You said we didn't need two R-Truth matches. I would say we didn't need any R-Truth matches. But the R-Truth match on Saturday night's main event, that's kind of a big audience. I think it was on Peacock and NBC, so they kind of had a lot of eyes on him. And I think that's the perfect time to have Cena face off with a younger, up-and-coming star. And for me, I would have went with Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker, we all think, he's the future of the company. And I think back then when that event happened, he was still kind of on his way up. And even if he lost to Cena, I feel like just getting in the ring with Cena is a huge opportunity. It's a learning experience. It's a boost for Braun Breaker, and you would have got all those eyes on him. So it's a chance to really kind of show the world that this guy's the future. And like I said, you would have got the rub and some advice and knowledge from what everybody says is the GOAT, John Cena.
So I too am going to go Braun Breaker. I didn't choose him to switch out one of the R-Truth matches because I kind of was okay with the R-Truth matches, I guess. The one that really stood out to me was Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza. I'm going to scrap that and give it to Braun Breaker. It's the debut of their deal with ESPN. So sure, maybe ESPN pushed for Brock Lesnar face John Cena. And it also did finish up Brock Lesnar's storyline with Cena, I guess, because he showed up at SummerSlam at the end of the event. But other than those two things, what was really the point? I guess to have Brock Lesnar look strong going into a retirement match with Gunther, have him look strong going into War Games. If you put Braun Breaker in that spot, it's just so much better. It's a similar moment to me as Cena and Kurt Angle. Breaker was free around this time. He was preparing for War Games. It would have helped him look strong going into War Games. Also, you really solidified the fact you got this new TV deal with ESPN. Why not highlight your future of the company? Me and you both said, we wish Braun Breaker would have got a match on this Cena's final run. I'm sure everyone wanted to see Braun Breaker face Cena. Why not do it on this show, especially if you're doing a squash match? Why not give Breaker that rub? That brings me to a question I have for you, though. Being a historian of wrestling, Cena said on the podcast with Cody Rhodes that the reason the AJ match worked so well is because he had that squash match with Brock Lesnar. What was your views on that? Did that make sense to you? Because I was lost by that logic.
Yeah, I'm not really understanding the logic behind what Cena said there. I'm trying to think back to famous squash matches where the following match for the guy that got squashed, I was hype. I'm not really thinking of anything, so I don't know what he meant with that. In terms of, if you give me Cena versus AJ, I know it's going to cook. I'm never going to doubt that. So I don't see how being squashed by Brock Lesnar is going to make me question, does Cena still have it against AJ Styles? And even if he didn't, AJ is going to carry him. And also, like you said, Braun Breaker squashing Cena's bigger than Brock. Brock always squashes John Cena, so I don't I don't see why we needed to do it again other than it's their first night on ESPN.
Yeah, that's what, watching that match, I was like, this is jarring to me, but not because I'm seeing Cena get squashed. It's because I'm seeing it yet again with the same guy, Brock Lesnar. And I'm like, why'd you guys hype this up if they're not, only are they not going to have a good match, it's just going to literally be a squash match. Why not put someone like Braun Breaker in that match and let's tell everyone, hey, this is our future.
Yeah, and also I feel like if Braun comes in there and squashes Cena, then you start doubting John Cena. Like, does he still have it? Because this young guy, just smashed him. And also, I feel like the Brock match might have been better if Cena was also in War Games. You kind of have him get squashed by Brock and then just move on and forget it. So, other than ESPN was wanting Brock on there and they put him with Cena for a big card, I don't know. But
the other thing I was wondering, and get your view on this, and people in the comments, could we have got the Brock and Cena match because they thought this was a way to get people not to ask those questions about Vince's lawsuit with Brock Lesnar? Like Cena's retirement tour is going to overshadow that this is Brock's first match since the scandal with Vince McMahon.
If that was their goal, it didn't work because I seen a lot of people still complaining about that whole situation. I feel like you could have done a better job of, there was really no explanation of why Brock returned at SummerSlam and attacked Cena and then squashed him. It almost, with the Cena and Cody thing, it almost would have been cooler, I think, if Brock inserted himself into that and then we had like a triple threat match for the world title. Would have been a little bit better use for Brock Lesnar. But yeah, I feel like ultimately looking at the whole Cena retirement tour, we definitely didn't need a match with Brock Lesnar on there.
So those are our views on what match we would swap out for John Cena's final year in WWE. In the comments, let us know which match you want to erase and which wrestler you would like to put in that position with John Cena.
That's another round of Two Views Wrestling with Tim and Greg. If you like the show, hit follow and share it with a fellow fan. Got a hot take or match request? Send it in. Until next time.